Bonsoir! I'm Mademoiselle and ça c'est deuxième Chanel and Jordie. We're going to be doing Why Voodoo Can't Save Us Part 2. You guys really enjoyed the first one and you guys asked me to expand. So I realized we're going to have to probably do a few parts of this. Don't ask me how many parts. Because I literally started writing my notes for this and I was like, oh, okay, we're going to have to talk about this. We're going to have to talk about that. So as you guys can see by this title, we're going to be talking about the spiritual scammers. And I know y'all got a lot to talk about. So right now, I'm going to need you to like this video. I'm gonna need you to type a comment down below because get it what one cap got the video so you probably meet on comment like y'all be like I like that video. Y'all don't love me for real because where's the comment? Y'all didn't buy my merch. You ain't leave a comment. You ain't like the video like wagwan. I ain't Jamaican but wagwan. What's going on? Yeah, like come on, bro. Give me something. At least give me a like, bro. Give me a like so I can continue to do these videos. All right, so if you guys didn't watch Why Voodoo Can't Save Us Part 1, go watch Why Voodoo Can't Save Us Part 1 because it will make more sense as to why I'm making this video, okay? So the reason I made Why Voodoo Can't Save Us Part 1 is because I was so tired of seeing comments regarding the state of Haiti and people being like,
well, Haitians got all this voodoo. They're the #1 voodoo capital of the world. Why is it that they have the nerve, the audacity to not use voodoo to save them?
bitch, fuck you. Because if that's the case, your Christian ass, your Catholic ass, your Jewish ass, your Muslim ass, your whatever ass would call on God, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, whoever else to save the world from the bullshit that it is today. So please, don't get me started. It literally grinds my gears when people literally try to say nonsense like this. And people like that really just don't understand what spirituality is, what exactly their spiritual journey entails, and most importantly, they don't even understand what their specific religion is to even utter words like that to someone, okay? And mind you, I don't even practice. Like, it's funny because I just like to obtain knowledge about other people's spiritual beliefs because I respect everyone's spiritual beliefs. So when people say things like that, it just annoys me. So point blank period, if you don't like your religion to be disrespected, disregarded, or dismantled, don't try it because I got time. Everybody's beliefs has holes in it. Everyone's systems has flaws, okay? And I feel like everyone's beliefs has some bit of truth into it. That's why I literally believe a little bit of everything. All right. So what we're not going to do is sit here and be like, oh, well, why don't y'all use voodoo to get your, like, shut the fuck up. All right. So that's why I really just started making these videos, right? So we're going to be talking about the spiritual scammers. Okay. That is part of the reason why voodoo in itself cannot be used to propel Haiti out of its horrible state right now, or why it just can't be used to save the world specifically. I actually did a video about the scamming ass witches and how a lot of these motherfuckers be thinking they witches and they're not. So this is probably going to remind you guys about that video. I will link it down below because I swear to God, I hate fucking, these fake ass witches. So this video might remind you of that one. So I will link that video down below. So to be honest with you guys, the spiritual scammers are a huge reason as to why voodoo cannot be used to save the world, among a lot of other things. But I really want to start with this one, right? For those of you guys who are spiritual, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the real spiritual people. And that brings me to my first point. A lot of people who claim to be spiritual are not spiritual. Okay, they are people who are just in spiritual communities because they are interested in the fad. They're interested in the trend. They're interested in trying to be part of something that is bigger than them. They tried to do something, but it just didn't align with them. And before I go further, let me just say, I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'm gonna say that shit again. All right. There's a lot of people in various spiritual communities. Now, when I say spiritual communities, I'm talking about all of them, okay? From the people that just burn sage to clear their energy, to the people who are full-blown witches, to the people who are straight into voodoo and hoodoo. Like, I'm literally encompassing everything, okay? Because I don't have time to be, like, literally, you know, mentioning everything, right? Everyone who is on their spiritual journey, whether they are working with their ancestors or literally just working with themselves and trying to find their relationship with God, understands it's serious business. It is not a joke. It is not a game. It is not a trend. So you need to take it seriously. The problem with a lot of people in this community right now is that they think that it's just for shits and giggles, likes, engagement, attention, and most importantly, money. A lot of people come in this community and they monopolize the hell out of it. And one thing a lot of y'all need to understand is that this is not supposed to be a community that makes you rich. If it's something that you share with people and somehow it makes you rich, so be it. But it's not supposed to be something that business plans for, sitting here charging people thousands of dollars to learn from you, sitting here charging people like millions of dollars, thousands of dollars to give them bullshit information. It's not supposed to be something where like you're out here trying to be a millionaire for, like, this is something that has been from within. Okay, it's something that is supposed to be sacred. It's been passed down since the dawn of time. Now everyone's a scammer. That's part of the reason why none of it can be used to save anyone, because a lot of us can't even save ourselves now because a lot of it is tainted. Okay, the spiritual community is tainted really, really bad. Honestly, I can't believe that I forgot to mention this while I was filming this video, but of course we have to discuss the people that literally claim to be false prophets, the people that claim to be the second coming of Christ, that claim to be Jesus themselves, touched down onto earth again, the people that literally are out here making churches and just lying and taking people's money, claiming to be healers. Like, it's a serious issue, and I'm really shocked that people don't talk about this more often. Like, people are so hell-bent on, oh, voodoo's evil and that's why the world is so horrible. And it's like, bro, y'all are literally sitting in Christian churches, okay, sitting in mosques, okay, sitting in all of these divine places with people who are lying in your faces, taking your money, trying to heal you, and doing all of these crazy things, okay? Even these ogos and mumbos trying to tell you that they're these divine people, and they're not shit. A lot of them are horrible people. A lot of them are sitting here stealing your spirit team. And yes, I'm gonna say stealing, because for whatever reason, when I said it in my last video, you guys were like, well, no, they can't steal what was born with you. They could just use them against you. That's stealing. Okay, if they can take or manipulate your spirit team, that is stealing. That is a form of stealing. Okay, these people are sitting here and taking what is yours and using them against you, using them against your true destiny, okay, and manipulating them. That's a problem. We have people out here that are doing harm onto the average person instead of actually coming together and trying to do something for the common good. That's an issue. Okay, a lot of people out there, a lot of people that actually have divine power are using them for malevolent doings. And there's people out there that are just lying. They don't got no power at all, that are just taking money from people. It truly is mind-boggling to me. Let's start off with the fact that a lot of you guys aren't spiritual. You're mentally ill. Okay, and this is coming from someone that is mentally ill. Okay, I'm bipolar. I got ADHD. I take meds. I go to therapy. I'm literally on my last 2 days of TMS. Look it up if you don't know what it is. Okay, I take care of myself. I work out. Like, I'm very, very self-aware. Okay, so for me, I could tell when something is a little off, and I can tell when something is spiritual. But for a lot of you guys, you refuse to go to therapy. You refuse to go on meds. You refuse to even acknowledge that you're mentally ill because your culture says that you're crazy if you are. And then you're out here talking about you're a terrestrial being, you're from another planet, you're a deity in your flesh. And then you're out here telling people these things because you want them to believe you and you want them to give you money to basically give you these teachings that you basically downloaded. If you guys are listening to this and you're like, yo, Yvana, what are you talking about? I swear to God, go on TikTok. And you're going to be like, yo, what? This is why I don't go on TikTok. You guys probably be thinking like, Yvana, you're being so extra. TikTok is so great. I've learned so much from TikTok. 90% of the things that you guys are getting from TikTok is pure fucking bullshit. I can't stand TikTok because the misinformation on TikTok is rampant. And I don't like to watch content that I have to fucking double check or fact check. It's actually pretty annoying. That's why I don't go on there. And the spiritual community on TikTok is worse. How are you? An alien, a deity, a 10th generation witch, and then you're telling me that you work with Papa Legba, Hecate, Lilith, and then Native American deity Nappy. Make it make sense. None of that makes sense. All right? It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay? And that brings me to my next point. A lot of you guys love to steal other people's deities. Now, this one is going to be controversial, okay? You guys, for whatever reason on the internet especially, love to preach the idea of people working with multiple gods, goddesses, deities, orishas, lois, spiritual beings, okay? Divine spiritual beings of other people's cultures of closed practices. You should not be touching Haitian, Native American, Indian, any people's closed practices with your white ass. I said what I said. I meant what I said, and I'll say it again, especially when you know your ancestors have wronged these people. Okay? Oh, my bad. I forgot the Asians. Not the Asians either. Okay? I know that there are some practices and there are some deities that are open, but for the most part, you shouldn't be touching people's deities, gods, goddesses, etc., knowing damn well that your ancestors did these people wrong. It doesn't make any sense. And I know there's a lot of you people that like to justify this and be like,
oh, well, I felt them call to me.
No, you felt a demon. No, you felt God telling you to go see a therapist. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to me why a lot of you guys literally have multiple altars, okay, multiple callings to work with deities that are nowhere in your bloodlines. You're not special. You're not important. You have no gifts. You're a human being going on a spiritual journey that more than likely you put yourself on, which is fine. But don't go around trying to take people's deities for your own selfish needs. And I don't want to hear nobody saying I'm racist, I'm prejudiced, or whatever the case may be. I'm not about to go around trying to give offerings to Lilith, Hecate, Medusa, Odin, or anything that has nothing to do with my bloodline. I have my own deities. Why do you guys go around trying to take other people's deities when you guys have your own people? It doesn't make any sense. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. You guys have amazing history, amazing deities, amazing gods and goddesses. Like, it's pretty damn cool. Like, I'm just trying to understand why. Like, what is the appeal? What is the reason? What is the reason? Like, I need to understand it. Dipping into Asian, Native American, Haitian, any type of African culture specifically because you think it's cool? For what? Work with your own shit. I said what I said, bro. Y'all are really ridiculous for this shit. And then when something bad happens to you, all of a sudden, oh, it's all evil. No, the fuck it ain't. You were minding other people's business. You were minding the business that does not pay you, bro. A lot of you guys are selfish. And the selfishness of these spiritual communities, it's what's going to be our demise. A lot of people are extremely selfish. They are going on spiritual journeys specifically to get power. They want to learn how to siphon people's energy. They want to learn how to manipulate people's spiritual teams against them. They want to learn how to get more money, how to get more followers, how to get ahead in life, not how to help other people, how to raise their vibrations, none of that. They just want to get the easy way out. And most importantly, they probably got kicked out of a whole nother practice, or they probably tried to do something else and was like, ooh, this is way too hard, so let me do this instead. I know I'm calling so many of y'all out and y'all are upset, and you guys can type down below. And I genuinely don't care because I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'm gonna say that shit again. A lot of you guys are lazy and selfish, okay? Lazy and selfish, and that's part of the reason why a lot of these spiritual communities are so tainted. Too many people are more concerned with looking the part instead of being the part. I can't stand when someone, better yet, let me not even say that. I can't stand when I could look at somebody and can tell that they're a witch. I don't know if that's politically correct to say, but quite frankly, I don't care. Why do y'all walk around looking like a storybook character? Like, do you have to walk around looking like that? Like, this is the thing, right? I feel like the theatrics is okay. Like if you're a witch, your lifestyle is witch, you got cauldrons and you know, whatever. But like, do you have to look like that too? Like, and then it's, damn, I'm trying to find a better way to say this. It's just like, a lot of y'all be more concerned with looking the part instead of doing the part. Witchcraft is hard as fuck. Being a bruja is hard as fuck. Being a voodooist, a voodoo practitioner is hard as fuck. But a lot of y'all put way more money into looking like you practice instead of actually practicing. When is the last time you cleaned your altar? When is the last time you charged your crystals? When is the last time you gave an offering? Yes, exactly. Instead of trying to look like you do something, actually do something. Because I swear to you, it's the people that look the part that 9 times out of 10 do absolutely nothing. Like, oh my God. Like, I remember I met a vampire one time and I literally got to speaking to her and she's like, yeah, I feel bad. You know, ooh, let me not put her business out there.
Yeah, I haven't done anything, in the past 6 months.
Are you trying to die? Like, this is what y'all don't understand. Like, when you're actually saying, like, I'm a witch, I'm a shaman, like, you gotta actually do the work. It's not enough to say, I do this, I practice this, I devote my life to this spirit and not do the work. That's why I don't practice, because I know it's a lot of work. I'm lazy. They not about to come bother my ass. Most I got is a little altar. And I have trouble just giving them water. Well, nope, the water stays there. I have problems switching out the coffee because they like coffee. But I'm child. Like, I'm not, y'all. Child, you gotta be true to this. Spiritual practices are for serious people, whether you're just trying to get reconnected with the Lord, trying to connect with your ancestors, trying to devote yourself to Allah or get one to devote themselves to you, because that's another thing. You can't just pick a spirit. Okay, a lot of people miss this. In every video that I make about a specific Lwa or deity or Orisha, a lot of you guys forget that. You can't just be like, oh my God, I really love Obatala. Oh man, I really love Urzuli Freda. I love her. I'm going to devote myself to her. That's not how this works. They have to pick you. Okay, but we are all born with the spirit team, and sometimes we have ones that we are born with. It makes more sense to work with them. The ones that your family works with, the ones that are connected to you, it makes more sense to work with them, of course. But in general, the spirits pick you. Okay, you do not pick them. All right, this is for serious people, people who are willing to be held accountable for their actions, people who are willing to take over the consequences of their actions, people who are willing to understand that this is not all fun and games. Sometimes it is dirty work. Sometimes you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. Sometimes you're going to have to do things that are very unpleasant. Sometimes you're going to have to do things that cost. Are you ready for that? It's not all shits and games. It's not all aesthetic. Too many of you guys are interested in making money instead of helping people. And that's what this is supposed to be about. Like, I feel like when you make that vow, right, to become a witch, to become a voodoo practitioner, to become a shaman, to become a hoodooist, whatever. If you have that knowledge, you're there to help people, to share. Even if it's not to help the public, to help your friends, to help your family, to help yourself, to break yourself of generational curses. And it's like, it's just crazy to see people out here, like, I don't want to say charging, because like at the end of the day, you gotta fucking eat, right? If you're charging $5, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 for a tarot reading, I don't think it's that fucking deep. But when we go into the territory charging $200 for a reading, $300 for a reading, $1,000 for a course for what? To teach me that tarot cards have nothing to do with witchcraft? Google it, guys. You should know that if you're a witch. To teach me that voodoo dolls are technically something that have nothing to do with our practice, and technically the white people made it up. It just doesn't really make any logical sense to me. Like, what do you Google? Not even Google, like, just read a book, y'all. Like, it's just crazy. A lot of people will sit there, go on the internet, read the first thing on Wikipedia, and be like, oh, yep, that's it. And just run with it. Go make a TikTok. Like, that's not how this works. Not how this works at all. The lack of education and misinformation is another reason, okay? The spiritual scammers out there are definitely parading around lack of information and having people practicing in the blind. It's one thing to learn as you go and practice with what you know. I don't think that's a problem, but practicing in the blind is killing us. Okay, this is why there's people that are actually dying by sitting here giving these deities things that they don't want. Sitting here calling on deities in their closet, knowing damn well they have no business talking to these deities because their ancestors don't fuck with them, because their lineage don't align with them, because these spirits didn't call on them, okay? Practicing the blind is extremely dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing, don't fucking do it, okay? If you don't know what you're saying, don't fucking say it, all right? Ask for information. Don't just matter of fact say shit. My biggest annoyance though, low-key, be the tarot card readers that just be spamming you, bro. Like, I follow a lot of zodiac pages, and I be so annoyed when I'm just trying to interact, right? Like on a Capricorn page, and they'd be like,
oh my God, love, I felt so much positive energy radiating from your comment. I'd love to give you a reading.
Oh my God, your ancestors told me to give you this message. Please inbox me.
Oh my God, I love your energy and I love your profile. I felt so much light and love coming from you. Please DM me for a free reading.
bitch, I don't want your reading, and I know my ancestors ain't talking to you. Get mama. Like, bro, like, are y'all that desperate for readings? Like, dead ass? Like, are y'all really, like, bro, like, I really wish Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of these places would just ban these people, because it's spam. I report these people all day, and it's like, with one report, 10 more pop up. It's just so crazy to me. It's like, yo, that's not how this works. You do not have the power to sense any of my ancestors. It's just the complete exploitation of their gifts for power for me. There are truly gifted people out there, but a lot of these people are spiritual scammers. There are psychics. There are people who actually can tell the future, who actually can get visions and downloads and speak with the dead and all of that, mediums, these things actually do exist. The problem here is there's too many people exploiting it. Okay, there's too many people, especially in the voodoo community, these mumbos, these organs that will take thousands of dollars from you before they do anything for you for real. There's too many people, okay, in these voodoo communities that, like I said in one of my previous videos, which is funny because there's people that were literally trying to say that what I said wasn't accurate, but then proving it makes no sense. That will literally steal your spirit team from you. Yes, steal is probably not the most accurate word, but steal your spirit team from you. Literally take your spirit team, appease them with a few offerings, not a few, but more elaborate offerings, and basically bend them at their own will to use them against you because they don't like how you are, or they're jealous of you, or they see that your spirit team is doing very well for you, which in my opinion is stealing, but what do I know? Maybe I should have used a different word. But all I'm saying is there's some bad people in the spiritual communities. And it is one of the big reasons why no bouts of spirituality can ever be used to clean up the world at all, especially in the voodoo community. Sadly, the people that are supposed to be the heads are not the best people. A lot of them are using their gifts to exploit people and use them for their own personal gain. A lot of them are using people in order to put themselves ahead. And it's really sad to see. And sadly, it's no different than with any other organized religion, okay? We've seen Christians and Catholics basically kill each other and kill other people with the word of the Bible. We literally seen Vikings do the same thing in the name of Odin, okay? Like throughout history, we've seen so many different religions and people with spiritual beliefs fight in the name of their gods and goddesses or whatever the case may be, you know, with lots of violence, you know. Now we just see loads of scams, right? We see lots of pastors and priests, and all these other situations, stealing money from people, touching children, doing things they're not supposed to be doing. And it's just really sad. So to be quite honest with you, we as human beings need to be the ones to save ourselves from ourselves. To be quite honest, that's literally what it is. We are the only ones that can save the world. But to be quite honest with you, the world does not need saving. We're only here for a visit. That's what I like to say. I feel like we're only here trying to learn our lessons that we didn't learn in whatever lifetime. I feel like we're only here for a short time, not a long time. So enjoy the ride. With that being said, thank you guys so much for listening to my TED Talk. I love you guys so very much. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think about this video. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next time.